Think you'll get this whole thing done this weekend?
I think so. It's gonna be close. But if everything goes smooth, we should be able to. Do you think we'll get this whole thing done this weekend?
No. I'm confident if you're helping that it'll get done this weekend. So why pull the cab for a job like this?
I don't like fighting against everything in the way. Pulling the cab just makes it easier.
Do you think it takes less time or it's just less work in the long run?
I think it takes less time too, as long as you're doing everything at the same time.
So we ended up doing cups last night because a few of the cups looked pretty suspect. It was really hard to tell. And unfortunately, since we lifted the cab, we didn't have the ability to pressurize the system and check for leaks. So just to rule that out, we went ahead and did cups. We had a couple of them that were really, really nasty, which kind of could have been leak, coolant leaking. And so we just decided to do that. But all in all, the injectors look like they're in really good shape. So probably only have about 50,000 miles on a new set of Alliance.
So what all did you guys get done besides the cups last night?
We got everything stripped off, got the plenums in, and I think that's the biggest thing we got done.
And cups are done too? Sweet.
Yep.
Evacuate the cylinders. That way when we're turning over the engine to do the springs, we're not blowing oil all over
Got
the
it.
shop.
How do you evacuate the cylinders on that?
I've done that once.
That's what I heard.
Hey, you did that once too.
I sure did.
There's evidence in your garage still.
And then the glow plugs. I'm just going to drop new ones in there. All right, stop prior to installation. Register your ejectors at that URL. Solenoid serial numbers are required. Serial number, nicely packaged. Serial number right here across, right at the bottom of that barcode. So
The top number above the barcode is the part number. So
part
it's
number
not
on the
serial
top,
number.
serial number on the bottom. You want to jot down all of those, and then make sure you go to that URL and register them so you don't void your warranty. Another thing that a lot of people miss is packing, slip, and closed. Right here is where your return shipping label will be. There's a lot of people that just overlook that. They don't realize that there's something important in there, and that's your return shipping, or while they're sitting on the bench.
I put those on after. Need a little bit more leverage on this thing when I'm leaning over it. I'm not standing beside it.
One downside.
Come on.
Used to this. I'm not used to the rocker.
It's kind of nice.
Come
Actually, we had to do studs first. Getting ahead of ourselves, Tom.
Bolt's not going down in.
Can you get that mid one in? What?
It's not really in there very well. I'm not sure if I got the first threads in there.
Alright, I think we're gonna have to drop it down before we get these front ones. That's pretty close to what it was when we pulled it.
You want me to run it down a couple threads just with the ratchet?
No, we just want to get them all started, then we'll set the body down. Can you go down a little bit? No, other way.
Long way.
There we go. Alright, that one's in.
You just started our own TV show. Just make a 30-minute episode every week.
Yeah. You ever watch like Roadkill?
I used to, yeah. Those guys are awesome. I would say they're probably the closest thing to like reality of anybody.
Yeah.
At least they used to be. You guys made a lot of progress in one day.
Well,
You got the head studs, injectors, the T4 kit, the fuel system, the valve springs.
yep, we still have to tie in the back half of the fuel system. So the sump, and then tying into the filters, and then of course putting everything back together in the engine compartment. But yeah, we're making headway.
It's pretty good for 2 days work.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it without Robert. He's an animal.
Threads look good.
I think so. There's a ton of Loctite built up here, so I guess I'll clean it up and put some fresh stuff on there. That'll actually slide while it's going in. But we're beating it up so much right here. This is where it goes up inside the other piece. It's getting beat up pretty bad. We'll run the risk of stripping this thing. Another excursion issue.
What's that?
This guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to clean the threads.
Yeah.
And then throw some of the other Loctite on there, I guess. See if it'll just.
If you just push that up, what happens is this thing comes down.
Yeah, it's pretty beat up. tried pushing it up while he was hitting it with the impact, and it wasn't doing anything.
Alright.
So
Next option, I got thread chasers in that bottom drawer.
big old chunk of Loctite just built up there.
What issues do you run into with hoses on here?
That one's contacting that downpipe pretty good. Trying to figure out the cleanest way to make that work. Fucking thing's breaking again.
What is it for?
Getting those spring clamps off. There we go.
Think this place is gonna hold up?
I don't know, man. It's shaky upstairs. Sitting on the toilet. It's moving. Woo.
Yeah. Gotta get this in there without stripping it.
That's got to be good to breathe.
Oh yeah, good stuff. FDA approved.
10 years from now.
If you or a loved one was diagnosed with a rare type of cancer, you may be entitled to financial compensation. This cancer is linked to inhaling dry Loctite. Exposure is common in shipyards, mills, heating, construction, or the automotive industries and may put you at risk. Please don't wait. Report your rare cancer now.
You're entitled to compensation from the Loctite Incorporated Company. So it's a little windy. You could probably say. Probably shouldn't go out there with this camera. Alright, let's see if we can get outside here. Whew! Right there. I'd say it's slightly windy. Alright. Oh, you can just stay shut.
That's over torque. He says you can do a negative torque on this thing. Yeah, 81. That's not too bad. So Albert said if you put too much torque on these, they'll creak. So we're gonna do about 80 foot-pounds. Okay.
Think you'll have it running tonight?
No, we need a couple parts. Couple fittings.
What's missing?
Nothing's missing. I just don't like, I'd rather have a 90-degree going from the half-inch supply line into the hard line. I think it'd look a little cleaner. So we didn't put the straight one on there. And then need a hose and a fitting for the CCV reroute. Totally forgot about that. But other than that, it'll be pretty close to being done. Gonna throw the fan, the batteries in, jack tubes. It's there.
So I got up underneath the truck and looking around, I finally realized, oops, I didn't tighten down the motor mounts. Like all that work on that engine, and she just floated. I mean, one of them was like only like 3 threads in. Woo! So
Those are overrated.
you don't need those. Throw those away.
Yep. You're gonna run a hose down underneath?
Yeah, coming off that breather back there.
Yep. Where's your coolant? Oh, you got coolant that runs in the back there? In the corner of the head right there?
Yeah. I guess we're gonna come kind of over the top of that, keep it away from the manifold.
Yeah, behind it on the back side.
Run it down the rail.
Yeah, and then jump over to the outside or the inside of the frame rail.
Hey Rob, this vent hose, just on the inside of the frame rail?
Yeah, keep it as short as you can. And you want it to be a continual down slope. You don't want any low spots.
Okay.
Else condensation will pool up and it'll freeze. And nothing good becomes of that. It's when your dipstick blows out and the oil's going everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so all
Okay.
that's what I do. That way some oil will still drain back in the valve cover, and then from there just keep it going on a downward slope the whole way.
Got it.
Definitely don't like neck it down to a 1/4 inch hose and then run it all the way back to your bumper. That does not work very well.
So let's see. With this fitting in there.
I don't have any of the right ones in my cart.
So you want to tell us what happened after the dyno day? What has progressed since then?
Oh, that was like 2 months ago for one. Engine's been out, leak after leak. Yeah, welcome to fixing your own fuck ups, I guess.
What happened to that fire? I go on vacation, come back, and that fire is gone. You don't care.
Cause I'm losing interest in this truck now. I want something bigger.
You just got it running.
Yeah, I know, but I want something bad, good, like actually fast. I don't have to put. I should be able to put $3,000 into a truck and be fast, and not be average.
Welcome to the 7.3 life.
Yeah.
It may not be fast, but at least it looks good.
Ooh.
This fuel line zip tied in place.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out our other video going over what parts we chose and why we chose them for this Excursion build. Also, be sure to get subscribed. We got lots of cool videos coming up, some about this Excursion, and also another cool one where we compare our dyno horsepower numbers to what the Edge Insight monitor tells us the truck is making. Appreciate you guys watching.